Yeah, it's a cruise here. Let me apologize first for coming on a little bit behind schedule. And some days are like that. You know what? When you're working with machines, some things can happen to machines because even the humans can go breaking down sometimes. You wake up in the morning and you feel that your body is not well, and you went to bed very well last night. That's what happens to some of these machines that we use here. I mean, it was coming on so strong, but the machine says, no, the finest, we delay you a bit. So sorry for the quarter of an hour delay on the cruise tonight. And sorry for coming up a little bit behind schedule for today. Yes, a big ups to everyone that's making sure everything is working well here. Of course, a big ups to all of the guys who represent it right here. Akurede, Moses, Bam Bam, of course, the sports marshal himself, and Ola Folabi. My name is Fitty. You call me the finest, the nature's finest, and I'm here again. Thank God it's Friday, and we're about to rock it all. You know how we do it every time. Yeah, you're seeing me on the stream, right? I'm looking like an Igbo man. No problem. It's a culture day for the kids. We have to represent them. So welcome. The finest is here, and I come through like this is for Shizu. My knees up in the east, and I keep it Villa for Villa, like the Trilla in Manila. I believe you guys be a killer like a Villa. 100.7 is still the Villa. Welcome to my world, SCLECTRVRTY. Always the name of my game that I represent. I kick it back and forth like Jackie Chan. Let me just play a song for you. We'll get a spot so that we can manage the time very, very well. If you're ready like Friday, welcome to my world. Let's keep it rolling, let's keep it moving, and let's keep it vibing. My name is Pretty, you call me the finest, and thank God it's Friday.
It's one day go. Whoa, how to be baby, make you know they touch out. Hope say that you go drop me a number. Cause I know they feel they shot the pop or they wonder. Hey, now your back a boom boom to the conquer. Look, see I know they get no younger. So I they want friendship with the longer. With me today, tomorrow I will be stronger. Girl, I they want chop, you be my hunger. I see if I'm playing with you, but the words I'm saying is true. Woman, I never tell my love, when I never play my love is for two. I be you, go be my girl. Where I will surely take you there. How you they rock my world, now they make I they ask you say. You go be my girl, where I will surely take you there. How you they rock my world, now they make I they ask you say. Allow me to kiss your hand, be your man, you know I understand. Yeah.
Okay, let's go this way, Yes, kiss your hands right there. He doesn't want me to kiss his hands, so let me just leave it like that. All right, let's go to sports right now. Let's go to sports because we have to, as I said, we have to manage the time because I'm going to be giving out some gifts tonight for those who want to be part of the Valentine show coming up on Sunday. Is somewhere Arula Road, Bodija. But for now, let's just talk sports as Bam Bam joins in and let's quickly look through what is happening. The ever exciting what a sport at this time. Well, Bam Bam, it's good to have you joining this beautiful evening. How you doing?
Good evening, finest. Good evening to all our listeners out there. It's nice to be on the program today. There's a lot to talk about in the water sport here.
Well, last night people are still talking about Arsenal not being ready because now it's like they are ready for. Allowing Man City to catch up with them now. Last night I was telling Sports here that my feeling was telling me Arsenal will not win that game.
Yeah, I listened.
He was telling me that there's nothing Brentford will do against, but it happened.
Yesterday.
Declan Rice said, well, some days are like that, but they are still in the course to win this league.
I expected Arsenal to have gotten all 3 points in that game against Brentford. Well, I would say that Brentford, they are not bad this season with Igor Thiago, one of their fantastic strikers, being one of the guys chasing Erling Haaland in terms of the highest goal scorer.
Exactly.
Although in that game it was nowhere to be found for Brentford yesterday. And currently, if you look at Brentford, they are currently 7th on the table. There's no team that's small in the Premier League right now. If you look at even Tottenham Hotspur, they just got a new coach. Everyone is really chasing themselves. So Arsenal, you might say that they played with maybe the guys I expected not to start. I was expecting the likes of Saka, Odegaard to start the game. once again, Arteta took a major risk. Started with the likes of Eberechi Eze, who for me, after that hat-trick he scored some times ago, he has not been able to
down somehow.
Yes, he has not been able to put up a consistent performance. And I'm wondering if it's the same Eberechi Eze I used to see at Crystal Palace. But for Arsenal Football Club, they are still in pole position to win the Premier League. Definitely, I want them to win the Premier League.
Everybody wants them to win it.
I don't know about others, but
if they disappoint themselves, them sabi. We all want them to win.
But 4 points now. They're going to be playing. I think it's Tottenham Hotspur in their next game, so
exactly.
It's going to be really
another
fun.
London derby. London derby.
So for Arsenal, they need to get all 3 points. It's important for them to actually make them get all 3 points. They have to get all 3 points at this point in time. No more battling for draws and all of it, because right now it's 26 games so far in the Premier League, and we are heading to 38 games in the Premier League. That's about 12 games more. So they are looking at the Premier League title. They should take it one step at a time. I believe so much in Arteta, and I believe so much in Arsenal Football Club.
Okay, let's begin this week, because that was just by the wayside. Of course, today, Patrick Motsepe, the president of CAF, has revealed that Morocco will still host the WAFCON 2026 because there have been uncertainties surrounding who will host the WAFCON 2026 because of what Morocco has been saying in recent times, that they want to take a rest, they want to have a break, and I mean, the issues have been with them and all of that, especially with all of the sanctions that happened at the AFCON final last month. So right now, Patrick Motsepe is giving us the assurance that they will still host the tournaments. As of course, the president, Patrick Motsepe, said there is nothing like Morocco pulling out, because they will still host the event, talking about the WAFCON 2026. Of course, he also confirmed that the date for the WAFCON 2026 finals remained unchanged, because in last few days there has been rumors making around that they are planning to change the date and all of that. But for now, he has confirmed to us today, Morocco, and of course the date will be the same.
Well, I think for Morocco, I guess it was on the eve of what happened at the African Cup of Nations final against Senegal. Maybe because of that, the emotion of the final got to them, and they felt like at this point in time, why are we going to be hosting tournaments and we get to the finals and we're not winning? Remember that back then in the WAFCON final, it was Morocco and the Super Falcons of Nigeria that were leading, and all of a sudden we saw the Super Falcons defeat them 3-2 right there. So it was bound on emotion. Maybe that was why they made that decision, because for every country that hosts the African Cup of Nations or major tournaments in quotes, they have benefits. They're going to give you money to develop your stadiums, not just the stadiums, the airports, the roads. It's going to be very, very developed. So more money is going to be pumped in that particular country, and doing it back to back to back, you know how it's going to be of good use for Morocco. So every country wants to really host, although you must have played a major part of it, you must have developed your city to some level of standards for maybe these major tournaments coming to your country. I don't think a major tournament like the AFCON will come to Nigeria at this point in time. So honestly speaking, I think for the WAFCON, it's too close for them to change it. So the WAFCON is going to be coming up March, and right now we are in February. So even if they are going to change it to maybe South Africa, because at some point we're hearing that it was South Africa that was going to host the WAFCON, the time frame is too short. Before South Africa would get on, I know they have developed stadiums and all of it, but before they would get themselves together to host the WAFCON, it's going to take a bit of a process. So for Morocco, I think they are still the best country so far to host it, because even if they are getting it, even if it was South Africa that was initially posed to host the WAFCON, and all of a sudden Morocco decides to host it later on just because maybe South Africa had issues, the fact that they just hosted the AFCON, they still have everything still in shape for them. So for me, Morocco is still the best city to host the WAFCON, and even the players have always said that. We saw some of these Nigerian players say that, they've got very good facilities and all of it. So I mean, they should just leave all of that. What happened?
All of the troubles.
Yes, what happened in the
If you host this one, they still end up not winning it. What happened?
It is what it is.
Say it is what it is. Okay, the competition is expected to start on the 17th of March, which is next month here. Of course, they're running till 3rd of April. And of course, it will also serve as the qualifier for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. So the 4 semi-finalists will qualify straight to Brazil 2027. Let's see what happens. I mean, Bam Bam is saying it is what it is, but I don't think Morocco will take it lightly if they don't win this one again. Maybe we should just agree and give it to them. I don't you think so, to pacify them?
You know one thing I love about Morocco, as much as we are saying, oh, Morocco, well, there's cheating and all of it, their performance, honestly speaking, if we judge by their performance, is always been top notch. Look at the WAFCON, how Morocco got to the finals and reached to the finals. Just look at a couple of teams that they defeated. They actually posed threats against some of these teams. When they started the game against Nigeria, they started really, really hard. So for Morocco, they are not the team that you support them at the behind. You're not the type. They are not the team that you support them behind, and maybe you just look at them and say, "Oh, they are trying to find a way to win the finals." They actually back it up with top performance. In the AFCON, when they started, it wasn't convincing, but as the game keeps on getting better, they actually got better. Against Senegal in the final, their game got better. I never saw any team match up Senegal with the way Morocco did in the final. So for Morocco, they always back every of their support, maybe from AFCON, with their performance.
Okay, still talking about what Mosepe said today, where he's reviewed that there are plans for the CAF to expand the AFCON to 28 teams. That's what Patrice Mosepe said again today. Of course, 24 countries are currently the ones that are participating. Of course, the last one ended with 24 countries, with Senegal winning it. And of course, Mosepe believes the 4 years, after taking it to 4 years now, it will allow more nations to compete at the highest level, of course, to showcase their talent and of course contribute to the growth of African football. And by so doing, it will also allow countries prepare adequately, improve their squads, and of course build a competitive consistency. So that's why they are looking at making it 28 teams, AFCON 28 teams.
Right now
we want to make it World Cup now.
Exactly, I was going to say it. Right now in the world of football, yes, so I think their major expansion, just like the World Cup, we used to have 32 teams. At some point it was even 20 teams, 22 teams. Now at some point we had it to 32 teams, and currently it's 48 teams in the next Mundial right there, because I mean hosted by 3 countries, USA, Mexico and Canada right there. So even the Euros currently is still 24, but if you look at football generally, we're seeing expansion in major tournaments. In the Club World Cup, we saw expansion. It wasn't like the Club World Cup we always see right there. So expansion would always bring certain things, opportunity for other teams to participate in it. There's also going to be opportunity and revenue for some of these teams, and even for CAF themselves. But for me right now, CAF should stop thinking that they are on the level of the Euros. There are so many things to work on. Honestly speaking, our referees so poor. If we expand the AFCON, it's going to be more referees. And what they displayed in this last AFCON, for me, portrayed Africa refereeing terrible.
Can they go and import referees? This is Africa. We like importation.
It's not good. It's not good. Because I mean, they are good referees too. They've not actually had that opportunity. Maybe they don't have some of the qualification, but we still have fair and good referees right there. So there are a lot of things to work on. I don't think Patrice Mosepe, after what happened with the last AFCON, should be saying a lot of things. He said, I listened to he said this was the best AFCON so far. Now this is not the best time to try
all of the interviews.
This is not the best time to try to make the AFCON look like it was the special one. It was the best thing. It's just time to correct mistakes.
Let's quickly have this break, Bam Bam. We'll come back. Let's take this commercial message. That's why we always ask you to also bring your own goods and services here, because we make them to blow. Yaga yaga. That's for sure. Let's have this advert. We'll be back to continue with stress.
Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ Music Fly pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ Prophet Sam Ojo bàbá authority láti rìnrìn àjò mímọ́ lọ sí Israel àti Jordan.
Get ready for a life-changing experience, the holy pilgrimage to Israel and Jordan. Let's come together, walking where Jesus walked and witnessing the wonders of faith and history come alive.
ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ dé àwọn ibi alágbára tó ṣe pàtàkì ní Jordan bíi Mount Nebo, River Jordan, Petra àtàwọn ibòmíì táwọn ti gbàdúrà táwọn sì rí ẹ̀rí gbà.
Your package includes visa, return flight ticket, airport transfer, hotel accommodation, meals, tours, souvenirs, JP certificate, and travel insurance, all handled by You Fit Fly.
gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti ò gàjàrà lọ.
ọjọ́ kọkànlélógún sí ọjọ́ kejìdínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹta ọdún 2026 March 21st to March 28th 2026.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ pè 0817-506-8181 tàbí 0802-832-0429.
Visit www.youfitfly.com.
ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ rìnrìn àjò ẹ̀mí pẹ̀lú Prọfẹ̀sà Òjó àti You Fit Fly.
All right, thank you very much for being with us. Let's quickly go to the NPFL now. Of course, the NPFL we've made an announcement of the rescheduling of Rivers United fixtures. You know, they have a whole lot of fixtures to be played. Of course, they've been bundled out somehow now from the CAF Champions League, so they need to concentrate on the domestic action. Of course, the games were postponed due to their involvement in the CAF Champions League. So Rivers United match day 22 fixtures against Kwara United in Ilorin, yes, will now be played on Wednesday, 18 February, which is next Wednesday. Their week 25 fixtures against Barao FC will be played in Port Harcourt. Of course, it's now been fixed for Wednesday, 25th February. Of course, for Rivers United, the match day 23rd clash against Academy Warriors, initially fixed for Wednesday, 28th January. It will now hold on Wednesday, 1st March. Yes, Wednesday, 4th of March, at the Adukia Masimeka Stadium in Port Harcourt. Of course, that is what is going on right now. They also have a game to be in Minna. Yes, Rivers United, a trip to Minna against Niger Tornado has been rescheduled for Thursday, 19th March in Lafayette City Stadium. And all of this rescheduling, and of course, when you have plenty games at hand because you are in the continent, somehow some people frown at it that it has a way of making it an advantage for these teams that are participating because it happened to Imba before. I think there was a time we were 9th position. When they started playing their rescheduled games, they won all and they won the league that year.
Well, I'm not even excited with the way we try to reschedule games in the NPFL. In Europe, the English Premier League, let's take for example, for Arsenal Football Club, they participate in all of the competition. Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, UEFA Champions League, and still everything is still all up to date. No rescheduling, nothing. Everybody is still playing. It's still match day 26 for everybody. So they always find a way of making everything right with the number of competitions that they play. So in the NPFL, I don't know if they are just trying to give major support to the team representing us at the CAF, because I would always say that the CAF representation on the continent is still your country. You're trying to showcase what your country is, the talents that you have in your country. And for Rivers United, they disappointed everybody. They did not even get 1 point in that competition, which is quite disappointing for them. Now, before Rivers United,
no, they got 1 point.
Okay, 1 point.
The one they play is Dynamo.
Dynamo, yeah, Power Dynamo.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
So they had 1 point, which is still very, very bad for Rivers United. And with the mouth that Finidi George said when the draws were made, right there, Rivers United, proud to the rescheduling of some of this game, they were doing well. In fact, up to now, with 4 games left to play, they are still on 41 points in the NPFL alongside Ikorodu City, who are currently top of the league. So for Rivers United, they have done well even before the games. So I still think it's still fair for them to play all of these games, but I feel like plans should have been made ahead of the season. Well, they did well in terms of getting all of the tables down, getting all of the logs down, but still they should have made plans for teams that would participate at the CAF Champions League and Continental games even before the league had started. So for me, it still boils down to the league body, how they try to reschedule some of these games. Till now, the Federation Cup, nothing is being said. We've seen the Carabao Cup, we've seen the FA Cup started. At least if they always try to judge their calendar based on some of these top leagues.
Exactly.
And these leagues have started some of their cup games, but we are yet to see it in the NPFL. So many things to change up in the NPFL. I have a lot because I listened to when you talked about the NPFL yesterday with Daniel, but it is what it is. The league will only get better. Yeah.
When will you get better is a question. We always say it will get better, but when is a question. Okay, let's begin to move away from here now. We have enough time to talk about local football tomorrow on Complete Sports 3 p.m. Let's move to Europe. Last night, we saw Ademola Lookman. I mean, it was a great game for him. But what was surprising was the way and manner Barcelona were defeated, decimated, humiliated. 4-0, nobody saw that coming. But the coach of Barcelona says they are going to turn things around in the second leg. He still believes that they will make it to the final.
I love the response of Simeone. He said they don't have a Ronaldo.
Exactly. They don't have Ronaldo to do it.
Comeback. I honestly don't think it's possible.
4-0. But how did they capitulate that much? I mean, Barcelona.
Highline. You know,
that's your team. What happened to you?
That's the problem. You know, fine, I-line works, but against some of these strong teams, against teams that are so defensive, against teams that are defensive and have very fast attackers, you need to be very, very careful with them. So I've always said it that we can say how good Barca is with the attack and everything, but their defense is a bunch of inexperienced players. Maybe just Koundé, Kubasi, it's just hype. Who else again in that defense? Garcia, all these guys are just hype. They are not top defenders, honestly speaking. It's just the midfielder is being able to shadow and cover the defense. Apart from that, nothing special in the defense of FC Barcelona. And they were exposed yesterday because for Atletico Madrid, they combined two things. We've always known Atletico Madrid to be very, very good with defense. They have their defense very, very solid. And look at the attack of Atletico Madrid. They have Ademola Lookman. They have Solo. Solo was the highest goal scorer some time ago in the La Liga. Julian Alvarez, a World Cup winner, a fantastic striker, started at the World Cup final. They have Griezmann, well proven in the La Liga. They also have this son of Simeone, Juliano. For me, one of the best young talents currently in the world. So you have that kind of, you're looking at that type of attack and you're still playing I-line. When you know Ademola Lookman is so fast with the ball.
Exactly.
So, for Barca, when they keep making these mistakes, they think everybody's Real Madrid, where you can just go and just defeat them. Atletico Madrid prepared so well for this game, and I'm happy they got the win because right now it has exposed the defense of Barcelona. It has also exposed Hans Flick because I don't think he has ever had this major defeat so far in his Barcelona career. So for Ademola Lookman, once again, he has proven himself as a big boy. I call him a big boy because right now this is the Copa del Rey. That's why we always talk about playing for a big team. This is the Copa del Rey,
exactly,
not the La Liga, not any major tournament. But look at how loud and massive Ademola Lookman's name was all over the world because he plays for a big team, traditional big team. That's what we expect from any player in the Super Eagles, not a player that plays in English Division 2 Championship and all of it, or maybe even the Turkish league. I mean, I'm sorry to say about Victor Osimhen, but this is the reason why we say this player should play for big teams, because even at any level, cup games, when he did it against Real Betis is not majorly a strong team, but his news, everything was still there. If he had done all of this in Atalanta, nobody would praise him.
Exactly.
Who watches the league game in Atalanta? Nobody does. But the Spanish La Liga, the English Premier League, your name is going to be ringing. Grimsby, when they defeated Manchester United, look at how popular they were because they did it against United. Everybody, their social media handle, their social media was buzzing. It moved significantly.
Exactly.
They were able to see improvement in their social media and all of it. So that's why we need some of these players to play top football. I'm happy for Ademola Lookman.
Okay, happy for Ademola Lookman. Who wouldn't be? We are all happy for him. That's the way it is. Okay, keep it low right here. It is Melody 100.7 FM, because we're taking you through the sports segment of the show this beautiful evening, and that's what it is. All right, let's move away from here now. Let's talk about UEFA now, because the UEFA referees chief, we're talking about, he's the chief of referees in UEFA. His name is Roberto Rossetti, and he says video assistant referees, VAR, is becoming too forensic. according to him, he was speaking at the UEFA Congress, and he says that a lot of work needs to be done, and they need to find a consistent interpretation of handball. According to him, the handball rule is still an issue with VAR. Rossetti admitted that the technology worked very well for factual decision like offside, but subjective situations are leading to too many interventions, according to him.
So far so good. The introduction of VR, it has had its major ups and downs too, because no matter how forensic it is still controlled by human, because these humans are the ones sitting behind to actually judge the situation. The VAR is just to assist the referees. The guys at the back will check some of these tackles, the handballs, critically before it is being significantly called to the referee who is on the pitch right there. Now, I think it still falls back to those that are critically watching it, because even with the way we've seen the introduction of VAR, honestly speaking, it's not like it has helped football. At the last AFCON, the VAR was there, and there were people behind to see what is happening. But still, I don't think that was one of the worst.
Did they even understand how VAR works?
Worst officiating I saw. Exactly. Do they even understand how it works? But still, I think it cannot get better than this. What else do they want to add? It's still based on those people that are behind the system, because even if the VAR shows that, okay, this is a handball, is somebody behind that will call the referee and say, referee, with the way we see the communications of the referees right now, we see the video assistant referee, then the referee will come on the pitch, just like the Premier League, they will come out to say that, oh, judging from the VAR, this is how it's playing work. So it's still based on whoever is mounting the VAR currently. So for me, the VAR does the job of trying to get the authentic situation. It's just left for the referees behind it. They are the ones that judge the situations and call the referees. So if there's any going to be change right now on the VAR, it's bound to those referees that are the ones watching it. So they are the ones that really need to be detailed about it, because we saw it in the last AFCON, so many calls, and the VAR, they were seated there, they should have checked it, but nobody. I'm certain that the VAR will see the situation. It's left for the person who would interact with the referee down there on the pitch. So for me, it's still based on the guys looking at the scene, watching the VAR do its job.
Okay, watching the VAR do its job. All right. Let's have a breather. I'll be back very shortly. Yes, with Bamba, we're still looking through what's happening. Victor Pereira, yes, has gotten a deal to be the new coach of Nottingham Forest. We'll talk about this and much more after this breather. Okay, keep it locked right here. We're back with the Bam Bam on this one.
tí ń bẹ nínú oṣù yóò fò wá rò. ẹ wá ṣiṣẹ́ ọlọ́run àlá nípasẹ̀ ṣíṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ọ̀kan òjọ̀pọ̀ ètò tá a ti là kalẹ̀ fún yín ní ìkànnì Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn kẹ́ẹ̀sì tá a dìgbélé re. ẹ wá ṣonígbọ̀wọ́ àwọn ètò bíi wáàsí àwẹ̀, ìrun pípé, tafsir, àyọkà láti Al-Qur'an, sàrùsíyà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. ẹ wá dásí tọ́lọ́run kẹ́ ẹ lè gba òkú orin láyé àti lálùkìyámọ̀. fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ tàbí láti ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ẹ pè alága ìgbìmọ̀ Ramadan iléeṣẹ́ Melody FM Hajj Kamal Usama sórí 0803-513-2586 àti Mikael Adekola Ọmọtọ́ṣọ́ sórí 0803-284-9194 tàbí kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sí iléeṣẹ́ wa tó wà ní Melody House ojúlé kejì má pàdé rògbòdè wá àsìmí bá ṣòro Ìbàdàn. Ramadan Kareem.
Ó fẹ́ wọlé, ó bá ń bọ̀ wá bí tó bá wọlé, tó bá wọlé tán.
Kunle, Abba, don't be stingy now. Why enjoy your refreshing drink alone? See as my throat dey move.
I think say na only me o. See as I dey salivate as I dey drink am.
Omo, na raw premium water I drink na. But man, this raw premium water no be like all other water wey I don everly drink for my life. The water good sotey you go drink am like say e pass ordinary water. Dem process raw water to premium quality. Your mouth sef go feel am. Refreshment nko as you dey drink raw premium water na so your body go just dey coole. Even the packaging na premium packaging. Oya, you sef taste am make you see how e be.
Do you want to finish it? Rock Premium Water is pure, safe, healthy and refreshing, keeping you hydrated and helps your body to function well.
This is a public service announcement. The Oyo State Rule of Law Enforcement Authority, OLIO, has issued a 14-day notice eviction to owners and occupants of illegal structures, shanties, kiosks, stalls, and ramp-selling points around the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium, Liberty Road, Okeado, Ibadan. The directive, effective from Tuesday 27th January 2026, mandates all affected persons to vacate the area and remove every unlawful structures within the stipulated period, with expiration on 13th February 2026. For a safer, cleaner, orderly, and investors-friendly environment, Announcer, the chairperson, Oyo State Rule of Law Enforcement Authority, Honorable Justice Aderoke Aderemi, retired.
ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ Fit Fly pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ Prophet Sam Ojo bàbá authority láti rìnrìn àjò mímọ́ lọ sí Israel àti Jordan.
Get ready for a life-changing experience, the holy pilgrimage to Israel and Jordan. Let's come together, walking where Jesus walked and witnessing the wonders of faith and history come alive.
ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ dé àwọn ibi alágbára tó ṣe pàtàkì ní Jordan bíi Mount Nebo, River Jordan, Petra àtàwọn ibòmíì táwọn ti gbàdúrà táwọn sì rí ẹ̀rí gbà.
Your package includes visa, return flight ticket, airport transfer, hotel accommodation, meals, tours, souvenirs, JP certificate and travel insurance, all handled by You Fit Fly.
gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń tí ò ga jara lọ.
ọjọ́ kọkànlélógún sí ọjọ́ kejìdínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹta ọdún 2026 March 21st to March 28th 2026.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ pè 0817-506-8181 tàbí 0802-832-0429.
Visit www.youfitfly.com.
ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ rìnrìn àjò ẹ̀mí pẹ̀lú Prophet Sam Ojo àti You Fit Fly.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Okay, thank you very much for being with us. Still right here on Melody 100.7 FM, the beautiful city of IB. Bam Bam is still with me, and we're looking through Intersports in the time, the latest news in the sports world. Now, Victor Pereira, the new coach of Nottingham Forest. Nottingham seems to be like Syria Gaffer killers now. Different coaches at different times now. This is a new era, Victor Pereira. But to the end of the season is the contract they signed with him.
Well, for Nottingham Forest, since they left their last manager during the season, trying to remember the name of this manager who they had issue with, where the coach came out publicly to talk to. They've not gotten it right. With new managers coming on board, they have still not been able to change.
They've had Postecoglou.
Yes.
They've had Shandai. They've had the one that left Forest.
Right, exactly. So for the manager, for the owner of Nottingham Forest, I think he tries to intrude in the business of these managers, and there's no manager that would really love to have
when you're intruding
in his decision, a lot of it. But talking about Vitor Pereira, he's coached some certain teams like Porto, Olympiacos, Fenerbahce, a couple of other teams right there.
Exactly.
For me, it's not like he's a top manager. And the previous club he coached, was it not Wolves?
Exactly.
Nothing special. So where do they expect him? How do they expect him to do the miracle and turn Nottingham Forest to El Dorado right there? But I know that there are not too many classy managers right now in the world. The few managers that you see out there, I don't think they have the financial capacity to actually get some of this manager like De Zerbi. De Zerbi will be looking forward to going to top teams with what he has done with Marseille. So for Nottingham Forest, what I think they are trying to do right now is just to get out of relegation zone. It's not to compete in the league. It's not to compete for the Champions League fight and all of it. It's just to get out of the relegation zone and probably see what will happen next season. So I wish Vitor Pereira all the best. Yeah.
Okay, in a similar situation or related development, Igor Tudor. Yes, the man has become the new Tottenham interim coach until June 2026. This was confirmed by the club in London. Of course, he's accepted the job, and of course, to stay to the end of the season, according to stories coming through from Tottenham Hotspur right now. Igor Tudor is the man.
Well, from fire to fire. For me, it's not a fantastic coach.
They go. This Tottenham team might go up in history as the only team to have played different clubs different coaches in one season.
Yeah. And for me, this man, I've seen his game. The last time against Juventus, I think that was the most recent thing. What did he do with Juventus? Not until now that we are seeing Spalletti change things. He had 10 wins, 8 draws, and 6 losses for a Juventus side that, we've known to be the best. Under Allegri, Juventus was sensational, and when they lost a couple of key players, they had to do some restructuring, which did not favor them. But what Spalletti is doing with Juventus within a short period of time, Igor Tudor had a couple of matches to do that, and he wasn't able to transform that team. And he has coached Marseille before, not like he did anything special with Udinese. These are the teams. Galatasaray, short spell, he didn't do anything with them. So what is that top thing that he has done for Tottenham Hotspur to look at that manager? And I would have liked it, De Zerbi, but one thing I've realized about this manager is he just like Conte, spends short time in the club and all of a sudden maybe tries to transform things, because honestly speaking, Tottenham Hotspur, it's not like they're fighting for anything.
Exactly.
Not the Premier League, not the Champions League, not the other major competitions like that. They're just looking for survivor right there. He's a type of manager just like a Conte that would stay in a club within a short stint, try to do his thing. But I'm just looking at his formation. He's known just like Ruben Amorim, 3-4-3. That's his much more familiar formation. He tried it with Juventus. It was 3-4-3. They were not able to survive. Right now in the league, even in football, 3-4-3 by some of these managers. Any team that you see using 3-4-3 and get themselves together, they find it really hard. Maybe the last time I saw a 3-4-3 work was when Antonio Conte did that with Chelsea.
Exactly.
I have not seen a major team that use 3-4-3 in that moment get themselves together. So, but Tottenham also, they've got fantastic defenders, Dragic, Romero. They can actually work with the 3-4-3 formation, but they've got a lot of injury worries. I am looking at a situation, can Igor Tudor transform the team with the injury worries they have? They have Madison injured, even Romero got a red card, and they are heading to a game like Arsenal. So it's not going to start on high notes. I honestly don't think he will get.
That game is going to be an easy one for Arsenal now.
Yes, honestly.
Okay, we're still talking about coaches. After having massive wins against Man City and of course Arsenal, Michael Carrick, yes, is the man who he deserves the award, right? The coach of manager of the month of January.
Well deserved.
Manager of the month of January, Michael Carrick. I mean, should he be named on permanent basis now?
No, let's wait till the end of the season.
You guys still don't trust him yet?
Why? Any manager. With the number of, we've had even the chosen one
Even the Jersey one.
Jose Mourinho, nothing happened. No Premier League, nothing. So let's wait till the end of the season.
Okay, now.
On the job.
Let's see what Bamba doesn't trust. Anyway, Igor Thiago has made history, of course, after winning the January EA Sports Player of the Month in the EPL as well. Of course, the Brentford forward who actually signed a new 5-year deal just a few days ago, became the very first Brazilian in Premier League history to win the award on multiple accolades. I mean, that's what he has done it on multiple occasions now. Is the first Brazilian to do it. Well deserved too.
Yeah, well deserved. Another striker that I never expected that he was going to come to the Premier League, and all of a sudden dominates the Premier League. Look at the number of goals he scored, double figures, 16, 17 goals. I think it's 16 to be precise. Right now with the Premier League, and it's not playing for
a small country. I mean, for a middle class team, like Brentford.
Yeah, and he's how old? He's 24 years. He can always develop himself. But looking at Igor Thiago with his beard, is it actually 24?
You know, Brazilian. They are like us in Africa.
Exactly. Because when I looked at the video, I said, this guy is actually. But the most important thing is he's doing well for himself. You know, this Igor Thiago, I'm not sure is going to remain in Brentford, because some of these small teams, what they try to do is get a player from nowhere and bring them to the club. If he does well, they sell him to some of these top teams. Just like the way Mbeumo all of a sudden popped into the same Brentford. Yohan Wissa too got double figures, and right now there's still so much games to go, about 20 games to go. It might even break Yohan Wissa and Mbeumo's record of scoring more than 19-20 goals in the Premier League for Brentford. So should he get that, another major boost for Brentford in terms of making more money. You're going to see top clubs come forward, Igor Thiago. So for him, I'm happy he's enjoying this one. I saw, was it Da Silva giving him the Player of the Month award, and he was all happy. In fact, he even prayed before it. So I'm happy for that one. Yeah.
Okay, very happy for him as well. Of course, Daniel T. Jaye says, Ibukwenu, Kwezwenu, nature's finest. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we went for culture day in school today, so that's why Ibukwenu. Okay, of course, Olayemi Olasco says, well done. And of course, to other comments we're seeing there, thank you very much. All right, before we wrap things up this evening, let's quickly look at the Friday night football actions coming down from different countries. And of course, you know that all of the actions for the weekend starts in some country on Fridays like this. And of course, for the La Liga, Elche will be doing battle against Osasuna. Borussia Dortmund do battle against Mainz 05 in the Bundesliga. In the Serie A, Pisa will be playing AC Milan. In the Ligue 1, it is Rennes taking on PSG, and of course, AS Monaco are taking on Nantes. I don't know why they always put PSG's game on Fridays.
I've noticed it.
Most of their games Fridays.
They always try to start most of their games in the Ligue 1. I think they have a tradition of the winners of the league always trying to start, because over the past season, we've always seen PSG start some of their key games right there. I know the Ligue 1, the only face that they have is PSG, so you can check them, especially when it comes to competitions like this. If they are going to be playing the Champions League, they played on Friday, they won't allow them play during the weekends, definitely. So Friday, if they have the Champions League, Tuesday, Wednesday. So why won't PSG go on to win the Champions League? Because there's less fatigue. That's how they try to protect some of their team. For PSG, after their convincing win against Marseille, 5 goals to 0, thumping for them. I think their momentum is back. Some of their key players are getting back, because a lot of them were injured. Fabian Ruiz injured, Dembele's back. So maybe we're going to see the best of PSG right now, even in the Champions League. So for me, a PSG win at the end of the night.
You talked about PSG, killing Marseille 5-0 at the weekend, and this man threw in the towel after that game. Why is it the result that made him leave, or maybe there's something in that club that he's not telling us yet? Because he's one of the candidates now that Tottenham are lining up to take over on permanent basis at the end of the season.
According to the club, they said mutual situation. That's why
it's what they always say.
That's what they always say. But there's no doubt about how classy De Zerbi is. It's not even somebody with Brighton, not like he did anything special, but De Zerbi's way of managing players, and I've listened to so many podcasts. Some of these players that have played under De Zerbi, they say he's crazy about football. In fact, he eats football, he sleeps with football. football is all about his life, how he's going to win games, tactics all over his head, and maybe with myself we're able to see what he was able to do because his tactics and all of it. So for me, De Zerbi is a fantastic manager. I'm looking forward to seeing the best of him. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk more tomorrow when we come, of course, on Complete Sports at 3 p.m. Bam Bam, but before then, we'd have come at 12 for Sport Echoes. Where are we going tomorrow?
Yeah, Nigerian sports. We're going to be looking at the winners of some of these major competitions of Nigeria.
Most definitely. Thanks for coming through the Bam Bam for tonight. All right, let's have a beat at the other side. More entertainment. Today's thank God it's Friday. Keep it locked right here. The finest still in the building.
Melody 100.7. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 7 p.m. Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything. Let's do it.
Let's go party people. This is Dre. The party's going on. Thank God it's Friday. We're DJ Privy for Sheezy, Nizzy, the finest of your radio.
Let's get the relation between you. Five my body for the Zelle. Ginger, 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 ginger. Well, you dance in the next, the ginger. Well, you roll in the next, the ginger. Belinda, Belinda. Well, you dance in the next, the ginger. Well, you roll in the next, the ginger. Ginger, ginger, ginger. Well, you dance in the next, the ginger. Well, you roll in the next, the ginger. Linda, Linda, where you dance in the next, the ginger. Where you roll in the next, the ginger. And when you I will love you. Take it down to Japan, take it down to America. Buy anything you want. Give you more to that you want. Fight for you like a mother. Give you a smile. See this your back. Baby, that's why I got private. See this your back. Baby, I got to personalize it. See this your back. Baby, can I legalize it? See this your back. Baby, I want to personalize it. Ginger, ginger. Ginger, ginger, well you dance in the next, the ginger, well you roll in the next, the ginger, Belinda, Belinda, well you dance in the next, the ginger, well you roll in the next, the ginger, 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 well you dance in the next, the ginger, well you roll in the next, the ginger, Belinda, well you dance in the next, the ginger, well you roll in the next, the ginger, when you fire the baby, the tongue they ninja. When you marry for ninja, you are the tongue galera. My baby, the tongue galera. And I will give you my liver. And I will give you my liver. That is sister de bola. Why you sister de bola? Why tell you Bago karo. Why tell you sister de bola? Why you ginger, 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 ginger. Well, you dance in the next, the ginger. Well, you roll in the next, the ginger. Belinda, 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 Belinda. Well, you dance in the next, the ginger. Well, you roll in the next, the ginger. Ginger, 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 ginger. Well, you dance in the next, the ginger. Well, you roll in the next, the ginger. Belinda, 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 Belinda. Well, you dance in the next, the ginger. Well, you roll in the next, the ginger. Now, oh my God, oh my God. Go back west, now oh my God, okay, go back yes, now oh my God, go back west, now okay, You never seen her before, you never seen the way that she was. You never seen her dip it down low, spin her body like it turns a boo, then suck her dress. I know you wanna know how she goes down low when you read him take her joke. I know you wanna know what she got me trapped in a limbo. That's what it's saying, go. I wanna control it, go. I wanna control. I wanna control it, I just want to know. I wanna control it, go. I wanna control. I wanna control it, I just want to know. I'ma show it, I want to let it, I'ma get it, tell them call on it. I'ma show it, I want to let it, I'ma get it, tell them call on it. Hard, but I'm a bad man too. Anywhere you go, I'ma go there too. No matter what you do, I'ma do it too. Anything I buy, I go buy for you. If I want to, when I want to, make it feel like the ones and twos. It's like see why I put it like some big songs like I be in the I wanna control it, I wanna control, I wanna control it, I just want to know. I wanna control it, I wanna control, I wanna control it, I just want to know. If I speak English, you will I don't punish you. I want to punish you.
Most definitely. Yeah, with you right here, and that's what I do. With you every time, because I keep in the game tight for you. Right here on Friday night. Thank God it's Friday. February 13, 2026. Yeah, happens to be World Radio Day. What has your radio been up to? Who has made you love radio? Who has brought your interest in radio? You know one thing about World Radio Day? It gives us an opportunity to know how important our radio is. See, no matter what social media has done, no matter what they said, new media everywhere brought, it can never be like the radio. I love my radio, and my radio loves me. That's why when I come through every time like this, I give my best to my radio. This day marks a time where people around the world celebrate radio and how it shapes, of course, our lives. Radio informs, transforms, and unites us. It brings together people and communities from all backgrounds to foster positive dialogue for change. More especially, radio is the perfect medium to counter the appeals for violence and the spread of conflict, especially in regions potentially more exposed to such realities. Radio programming can also build tolerance and surpass the difference separating groups, because by uniting them under common goals and causes, like ensuring education for one's children or addressing local health concerns. So radio is a very important tool. It's been here. It's been easy for us. We can carry radio around, but you can't carry TV like that. That is why radio is still highly ubiquitous, much more than television. For someone like me who's been in the game for years, and for someone who has been a programmer, setting up programs for different platforms like this, I know how important it is for radio programming to be part of the people's lives and to get into the heart of the people. Like Baba Farumbi said on our anniversary day, if you win the trust of the people, you are able to win the trust of the people as a radio station, forget about it, every other thing is certain for you. And you know one thing, it's not about the rating. Baba Farumbi said something on that day. It's not about the rating. He said he didn't care about the rating. As long as you're able to get into the heart of the people and your fans, your listeners are able to love you and trust you, forget it. Every other thing is already falling in place. And that is why we say thank you every time for making this your radio that has brought you so much love and attention and affection. And you brought us so much love and affection as well. We love you so much as you love us. Happy World Radio Day to everyone listening to my voice this beautiful time. Happy World Radio Day. Alright, let's quickly do some entertainment right about now. You know how we do it every time, beat by beat action, from sports to entertainment and much more. It's a Friday, and thank God it's Friday. What's the latest happening in entertainment? Let's quickly give that to you now before we go to some other things today that you know how we represent. It's a Valentine tomorrow. Some people are beginning to show love to their loved ones for Valentine. Who is going to give me something for Val? Okay now. Regina Daniels has posted the gift she gave to her mother. And it's not just one gift. You know what? 2 cars at a time. Regina Daniels, in spite of all of the trouble she's gone through in her marriage, she has given her mother, Rita Daniels, 2 brand new vehicles, 2 brand new cars for Valentine. Because Rita herself was the one that shared the news on her Instagram, disclosing that Regina gifted her a new Toyota Land Cruiser and Toyota Hilux during a period when she was struggling with transportation. So congratulations to Regina for doing this for our mom. Congratulations to Rita as well. Alright, let's talk about Nas Boy now. Talking about skit maker and musician Nas Boy. His name is actually Nasiru Lawal, but he's known as Nas Boy. He's revealed that he recently went through a traumatizing experience of heartbreak. He explained that heartbreak was real, and of course he felt it firsthand. He added that he wouldn't be giving love another chance anytime soon due to the traumatizing experience that he's had. He, however, did not reveal who the mystery lover was or what led to the heartbreak. Of course, the post earned him sympathy, with a whole lot of people encouraging him to stay on, consider therapy and other activities to ease him through this phase, while others urge him not to give up on love despite his experience, which has been described as terrible. Alright, the family of actor Peter Edochie has contacted Department of State Services (DSS) for the arrest of a TikToker that posted the rumors of his death. You know that TikToker that posted the death of Peter Edochie some days ago. The development came after Pete's family and his management debunked a viral report about his death. Of course, the actor's first son, Leo Edochie, had in a viral video on his Instagram page tagged the news as a lie from the pit of hell. However, Leo disclosed that he had contacted the DSS for the arrest of the TikToker who announced his father's death. And Leo also announced a reward for anyone with useful information that could lead to the arrest of the TikToker. Now, I've been saying this thing because you want to gain traction, you want followers on social media, you just get people's name to be rubbed in the mud because you want to have, I don't understand, I'm yet to understand the essence of all of this. So you just look at who can I use to troll, who can I use to trend, who can I use to be popular? Okay, let me pick Peter Edochie, let me say he's dead. And you just reason at your. Sometimes I wonder what some people do with their brain. When they get you now, they will say, people will say they are maybe because they have money and they are using money to. But when he's doing all of these things, people didn't know. It's just unfortunate. People should learn to do the right thing, okay? It's not good enough to begin to rob, because what you have done, you've succeeded in robbing somebody's name in the mud. Whether you believe it or not, that is what it is, okay? I just hope we do the right thing. All of these online journalists, God help us, online journalists, emergency journalists that we have everywhere. Okay, moving on, still on the entertainment segment of the show this evening. Before I drop this segment, let's talk about yesterday I told you what Baba said concerning him not being a Casanova, a womanizer, as people called him, saying that he is just a lover boy. So he has said it again, that when it comes to loving, he loves so hard. He loves so hard. And of course, there is one guy that is full of love all over his life, rather than being a Casanova or a womanizer that some people have called him. He says when he's committed to his woman, and the love will shine all through. Well, congratulations to him. I told you yesterday they dedicated their son, talking about Baba and Natasha. Alright, before I drop this aspect of the show, for those who love movies, following a successful theatrical rollout in the UK, Ireland and Italy, My Father's Shadow has officially opened in the United States and Canada, and it actually started today, 13th of February. Akintola Davis Jr.'s My Father's Shadow opens in cinema across the United States and Canada today, following a theatrical rollout in the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Italy. Last week, the film's UK release was accompanied by a series of private events in London, including a landmark screening, a closed-door dinner, and a live score presentation at the late modern. So, for those in America, you can go and enjoy it. My Father's Shadow. What's the film all about? Go check it out. Alright, for what you check out again this weekend. Now, on the show tonight, I have just 4 more tickets to give out. Yes, 4 more tickets. If you want to go for the bond day, yes, for those who want to bond, you have your spouse, you want to go somewhere. It's not happening tomorrow, Valentine's Day, but it's a Valentine's Day show. It's happening on a Sunday, next tomorrow. Yes, at the Gogo Lounge, Awolowo Way in Ikeja. Sorry, I say Ikeja. You know, there's Awolowo Way in Ikeja. Awolowo Way here in Bodija. Okay? So my boy Rhino 007 doing that, making that happen on Sunday. So you want to be part of it? I'll be giving out tickets. Yes, I'll open up the phone line very shortly when I do the TGIF giveaways. If you want to go with your pal, yes, you are a woman, you want to win it for you and your guy, you want to go and enjoy. The event is for 5 p.m. You can just go there, enjoy. There will be eat and drink, there will be music, there will be comedy, there will be meet and greet. Of course, God willing, the nature's finest will always be there. I mean, will also be there live. Okay? So, very shortly, I'll be doing that. But in the meantime, I'm talking about Valentine's Day tomorrow. Well, it's not about all of the toy, all of the ficky. If you know what I mean by ficky, all the bad ones, we understand this one. That's not what Valentine is all about. It's about a genuine love. The love that gives without expecting anything in return. The kind of love that I just look at you, I'm meeting you for the very first time and I'm giving you something and I'm not expecting anything in return. That's the kind of love that St. Valentine preached while he was alive. That's why he's been recognized every year on February 14th as St. Valentine's Day. Even though some of these young cats have turned it to be another thing, so many calls they are making now to block somewhere tomorrow to do the ficky. You know what I mean? Do the toying thing. When you now do it, the result happens. Don't worry, in November you will see the result of your whatever that you have done in February. November is not far away. But before November will come, then you deliver the fruit. You would have started throwing up. You know what I'm talking about, right? So what I'm saying is, don't use tomorrow to think it's a leeway, an opportunity for you to do bad things. Show love, but show it in a very responsible way. The quorum should be your watchword when you're showing love. I pray for you that you don't misuse the opportunity of the St. Valentine's Day. There's a love in the air, but for me, I've always told you, love is for all seasons. It's not just for one day. Tomorrow on the Back in the Day show, 7 p.m., some of the craziest love songs ever in the history of music. You'll hear them tomorrow. But in the meantime, on the Thank God It's Friday tonight, talking about love, A Perfect Gentleman Here by Shantizu. Let's do it.
Shantizu, a perfect gentleman. Let me be the man to always hold you down. Would you be the one for me? Oh, we know. Why am I? I'm on till the end of time. Let me take you by the hand, walk you down the aisle. Let me kiss your lips before we sleep for night. Ooh, baby, come with me 1,000 miles. Is that why we go, Lord? Let me go, Lord. She likes me, I got you. She got me, baby, I call her boo. And there is no losing me. Let me be a perfect gentleman. Let me be the man to always hold you down. Would you be the one for me? All we know, one of mine. Come on, I love you. I'll be the one.
Bless your mother, baby girl, God bless your father. I feel I on top your mother. Baby girl, God bless your mother. You to find past mommy water. Baby bless your mother, baby girl, God bless your father. Love me make I love you, baby. Kiss me make I kiss you, baby. Baby let me love you, baby. Baby kiss me, baby make I kiss you, baby. Baby girl, you mesmerize me. I've been searching and I finally found love. Yeah, baby girl, you take my heart away. I've been looking and I finally found love. I wanna kiss with you, baby, and go school for Damari. I find peace with you, baby, and I never leave you, my lady. I wanna please you, my baby. Buy you everything you need. In your car from Germany, give you mansion and money. Make you give me menu, baby. I will give you love, give me love, and I promise to give you menu, baby. I see that on top your mother, baby. Baby, God bless your mother, baby. You to find past mommy water, baby. Bless your mother, baby. God bless your father, baby. I see that on top your mother, baby. Baby, God bless your mother, you to find past mommy water, baby. Bless your mother, baby. God bless your father, love me make I love you, baby. Kiss me make I kiss you, baby. Baby let me love you, baby. Baby kiss me, baby make I kiss you, baby. Lisa, pretty Lisa, baby I beg you don't play me like that. Lisa, Mona Lisa, baby I beg you don't play me like that. Hey, love, baby make you give me menu, baby I go give you love, give me love, and I promise to give you menu, baby love, baby give me menu. bless your mother, you too fine pass mommy water, baby bless your mother, baby God bless your father, I feel I am not your mama, baby God bless your mother, you too fine pass mommy water, baby bless your mother, baby God bless your father, tell me make I love you, baby, kiss me make I kiss you, baby, baby let me love you, baby kiss me, baby make I kiss you, baby.
What's up everyone, this is your girl Tiwa Savage.
Hi, this is M.I., Mr. Incredible.
What's up y'all, this is Miss Keys.
Yeah, it's your boy Sugar Mom. Yo, this is C-Drill, aka C.O. hanging out with DJ Pretty. DJ Pretty. It's man. Don't toss that down. Testing microphone. Hey, DJ Big, it's not hello. I'm not dancing again on the video. My dear, shake your mama, my sweetie. Make it good, hello, baby. Don't they waste time, we are ready. My cameo, okay, baby, honey. Hey, oh yeah, bless me with that booty, yeah. Anytime you touch me, I lose myself, oh. Take it out, rub me butter, oh. I say cuckoo butter, when you don't believe me, and you stand beside me, when you're not kissing me, oh yeah, take it all out, baby. Take this pound, Ellie, hold this Bentley, baby. That one now for Lenny, take this black ass, baby. Swipe up to you, even if you tired, baby. I just feel the wire, baby.
Sherry, wanna show me that you care about me. Anything that you had for you, baby. Wekelewa ragamundi, fitting. That's why I've seen you before. I wonder why you still the style like this.
Love me butter, oh. I say cuckoo butter, when you don't believe me, and you stand beside me, when you're not kissing me, oh yeah, take this dollar, baby. Take this pound, Ellie, hold this Bentley, baby. That one now for Lenny, take this black card, baby. Swipe up till you tired, even if you tired, baby. I just feel the wire, baby.
Sweetie, money, diggy. Give it to me, baby. Lonely, jiggy. I can't deny it's such a baby, jiggy. Oh, nobody get you turning me on. Simply because I'm a lover boy. Nobody so far, nobody goes. I go give you love like overdose. Tell me Kalamaru Serrara. Mama, they give me the let me go. Don't baba,
when you don't believe me, and you stand beside me, when you're not kissing me, oh yeah, take it all out, baby. Take this pound, Ellie, hold this Bentley, baby. That one now for Lenny, take this black card, baby. Swipe up till you tired, even if you tired, baby. I just feel the wire, baby. What you want, baby? We got you covered, boo. You take any trouble.
Most definitely what you want. I got you covered right here. Got you covered. That's my boy DJ Big, and alongside Don Jazzy and Kids Daniel there doing my dear. Okay, my dear. Doing that beautiful one. Great one. Of course, it's still the finals right here, and it's Thank God It's Friday on the radio. Okay, where are we going next? Let's get into class quickly before I open up the phone lines for you for the Thank God It's Friday giveaway.